So recently I've been struggling a little bit in my games. I went something really bad. Like I lost 16 out of the last 20 or something crazy. So yeah, I've been struggling a lot with like winning my gunfights, and I didn't really know why. So I asked one of my friends on my account. His name's Vexy. He's like top 200 in Radiant right now or whatever. He's a really good player, but he said usually if you're struggling to like win duels, it's not usually your aim or your movement, it's usually your positioning. And in my head, this kind of makes sense because like if you have a better position, you're probably gonna have more time to shoot, and not only that, the shot's probably gonna be easier, right? So I thought I'd try it out, and I have a few focus points, but what I really wanted to do was just like give you guys an idea of what goes through my head and like what I've been working on right now. I have lost like 16 out of the last 20 games, but the last game I played, I was working on this and I did pretty good. I went like 25-11. So yeah, I'll show you guys some examples about what I'm talking about and like how I've been working on improving my positioning. I'll also go into my Lotus game from earlier so you guys can get an idea of what it like looks like to actually apply it in a game of ranked, right? So let's get right into it. The first thing I was trying to work on was to play high ground more often. This could be as simple as just like jumping up on a small like ledge to throw off crosshair placement, which I'll be showing you in a minute. But for example, like this is a good position because it's high up. If they come in, it's hard to have good crosshair placement because I could be down there or up here. And it's better to be higher than lower. Usually you'll get smoked off because it's a good position. And if you get smoked off here and your team's playing sight, you should probably drop and then fight with your team. If we have tree control and they're like fighting, here, let me show you. We have tree control and your team's fighting like this. When you drop down, you can either come close if this is smoked off and then peek off your team, or you can play over here, tell your team to peek off of you, or you can play backside and just hold control of backside, usually from over here so you can peek them if they're running up. And then if you don't have tree control, sometimes it's good to just keep control of backside because it makes retake easier. If your team's not playing sight and you do get smoked off here, I would usually just fall back over here. I was playing Gecko in the last game, so when your team shows up, you could have your ult ready. Come over here, you can just ult out. If you don't have your ult, that's fine too. You can use your flash. You can use your dude to clear angles or to defuse the bomb. You have a lot of options. You can save your molly the run out so they can't peek you. You can do a lot of things. And I think that was another problem I had. I've been like Reyna only for a while. Reyna already isn't really meta, but like, I don't know. Utility is just getting so powerful now that it's a lot harder to play Reyna and find success, especially if you're not like already at the pro level fighting people worse than you. So I decided to start picking up more initiators, more smokes, all that type of stuff. And then a couple other things I wanted to work on was going to be playing positions that allow for repositioning, right? So this would be repositioning, dropping out of the smoke, repositioning. It gives me options, right? And then I also want to be more aware of my team, where my team is playing, and then positioning myself so I can better play with them and help them when a fight does begin. So this is a good example as well. If they're playing tree, getting close to peek off of them, or if they're playing close, for example, holding that peek out. If I'm up here, I can't do anything. They're going to fight them over there, they're going to die, and then I can take the fight after, but there's no reason for me to just like let my team die for no reason. So instead, it'd be better to come over here and play right here because I have a cross. When my team sees them, I can peek out, fight with them, do whatever. You'll usually get smoked off here is the problem. So you want to play behind this wall so they don't spam you. And then when they actually do start coming up, you can either throw your util through the smoke to help. If they're not spamming, you can come close, peek out the smoke. When they're shooting your team, you have options, right? And you can play with your team. If they're overrunning the site, you can fall back, play retake. If your team successfully falls back on the site, you can run up heaven, fight them up here. You can do a lot of different things. Again, if you have your ult out, lots of stuff. So that's what I mean by repositioning, playing with your team, stuff like that. But then let's go over to the C site real quick. I can give you some more examples. If you're coming back, your team's playing retake, I like to come up here. This is a really good angle. You have the height advantage. They don't know if you're going to be higher or lower. People usually like to play on this box, but you still have the advantage up here, so it's still pretty good. You can see people over here if they're not looking at you, so that's good. And you can take all this space, which is huge. and you can do it pretty easily. And then when you want to retake, just flash out. That will clear close left. This will usually be smoked off if you have it up still. And then you really just have to worry about this angle. You can use more utility here if you really want to. You can molly this box right here. That clears that out. You can take this space. And then once you have this, it's pretty easy. You can just wingman the bomb. You can hold this off angle. It'll be hard to come up. And then if you hear them running, because you have pressure on the bomb now, they might try to peek you. They're going to be holding W right here, right? So you can just peek, free kills. You can unpeek, come back here if they're rushing you, play another off angle. If they're wrapping around, you can come up here, get the high ground, and it's just really free. And so that's why positioning is so important, right? Like, that would not be an aim kill. If I come up here, this dude is a free kill for me, but he has to do this. He has to like flick way up there. That's way harder. So positioning is really important, but even just slight elevation changes can help a lot. So if you know they're not gonna like use their util and stuff, you can hop up on a ledge like this, and now your positioning is like super weird. It's hard to hit the head, stuff like that. You can come over here. People like to play on this box with like a judge, but util will usually come out. So it's not the best, but it can work in certain situations. But yeah, just play with head height a little bit. For example, like if you're holding C push on attack, you can come up here, hold this off angle. So it's just going to be an easier fight than just like holding over here. They're going to like peek you, head height, whatever. And they're up here, you have better chance of winning. You can even come up here if you're like super ratty, play a weird off angle. You hold C and B like this. Or come up here, you know, even over here on the map. A lot of these off angles are like pre-aimed anyways, but like if you're all up here, they're not gonna pre-aim you. The real risk is if they're like close. So you don't want to play here without your team, right? So people open this door, so you can like play over here and then fall back. But it's actually better to like take control of this space. You can flash out, take it over. And then once you're over here, you can play across with your team, right? And that's why it's so strong to take this space. Because if they're coming out, they're going to be fighting your team right here. Your team's usually right here, right? And then if you have someone over here, like, that's a big flick you have to hit. And then if you're coming up here, you still have to worry about this space and this space. So it's really scary. And so this is like a combination of like playing with your team. Well, this is a good example of playing with your team, I guess. You take this space so you can like play off your team over here, pressure them over here, stuff like that. It's just a really good angle, right? And so you'd be getting kills based off your positioning, not your aim. And that's the whole point of this video, is that your positioning can get you a lot more kills than your aim can. Playing up on this box can be good if you're attacking. You have the high ground on this guy. The risk is like over here, but if you have control of over here, this is a nice spot because it lines up the angles. You have the high ground on him, and then up here, you're usually not super worried about that guy because you got to clear the space. They're going to be worried about this. And then if you are up here, they could be over here too, right? And then you have your team play off contact if you do have this area. So once they see you, they could peek out, free kills. But yeah, that's like the basic rundown of what I've been working on. It worked last game, but like I said, I've been struggling. So if you guys have any tips or advice, like definitely let me know. I'm up for whatever you guys think. But let me show you what it looked like in my match. Maybe that can help you guys out as well. In this first clip, I know they're going A, but they also have a lurk through B. So I'm trying to walk through spawn to make sure they don't know where I'm at. So hopefully I can get a pick on this dude who's walking through B. I also don't want to be too slow because I need to help my killjoy sight. But yeah, my aim is pretty nice in this clip. But I want you to pay attention to how I am like taking my time taking the space, because it's risky space to take. And then also how I use my utility to clear out a lot of angles sight for the retake.
Are you sure they're dogging it?
Oh shit. No, Sage dead.
Spike planted. Saw you, Mosh.
I fuck up my molly here, but everything else is pretty good.
One enemy remaining.
And it's just a nice shot. But as you can see, the 3v5 quickly turned into a 2v1 just because of how everything went down. So right here in this clip, as you can see, the killjoy is holding this first position what I was talking about originally, but they opened the door. So now he's worried about tree. So I want to fall back to help him. Originally I was going to hold from up top, but I get smoked off. And then I drop down and then I hold back sight with him. and it allows me to get 2 kills fairly easily, and then from there we're able to turn the round around and win pretty easily. So just take a look at this. So I'll drop down. I'm here to help him out. It's already a 5v3, so it shouldn't be too hard.
All
But he gets
three,
picked
all
off.
3 and 3.
One enemy remaining.
Nice. Last guy tree too.
Spike planted.
And then the rest of the round is just pretty easy. We know where they're all at, and they have to worry about like all of sight, while I just have to worry about the one angle. And then next clip, the rushing C. Sage is close. It's just a free throw. It's a really bad spot for her. And then since I have timing, I decide to run through spawn.
Wait, let's go trade.
This is just an insane kill. I don't know how that happened, but I just take the momentum. I try to get a forward position that they don't expect.
One
And
enemy
just another
remaining.
kill right there. So sometimes taking extra space is really good, especially if you have the timing for it. From there, I just like reposition. The rest of the round's pretty chill, but I do get the last kill here. I'm low, so I just kind of bait my team. Just
Don't
easy
worry,
shot.
Prince. It hurts, but I'm good. Sana, sana.
And then in the last clip, we're taking A. Our killjoy goes down early, but I want to take tree so that we can split it. I pre-fire him just because he flashed out. Same as the point B, I had no idea. Just hit a nice shot on the brim. This isn't even a positioning clip, but right here,
One enemy remaining.
I'm good for 3.
I died to that guy. So that one was less of a positioning, but the last kill was pretty good though. And then for this last clip, I decided to tuck in this wall so that I can peek off this clove. As you can see, he's already seeing him right here, but they're holding the walkout. So if I'm right here, I can easily play across like I was talking about earlier. So just take a look at how strong this is, how effective it is.
7-2. On the top of the box.
And this
One
great
enemy
control.
remaining.
And then I just
Main,
fall
main,
back,
main, with the
play
judge.
with my team.
Has a judge, has a judge. 104, 104.
What the
My
fuck?
killjoy's far, so I fall back, just ult out. Play kills him anyways. This one right here is the last clip, just to close out the game. It just showcases how strong high ground actually is. My team goes down, it's a 1v1, and I simply just have to hold from the high ground for a free kill. And it's super easy. He's playing Brim, he can't really use anything to flash me out or anything. So just take a look at how effective this is.
Last player
Just come
standing.
over here, just sit right here. And it's just the easiest kill ever, right?
Attackers win.
So yeah, that's the basics. Hopefully it helps out.